that fucking documentary that he put out on Netflix about him and his therapist is so self-indulgent. I fell asleep. It was just so boring. Hey, Jonah, no one fucking cares.
You're listening to Don't Take Bullshit from Fuckers with your hosts Greg Barrett and Kane Holloway.
This weird thing happened. Not this ship, but the last ship I was on. They said, "Do you have any walk-on music that you want to come up to?" And I said, "No, it's all right. Don't worry about it." Because it was right before the show. And I didn't want to scroll through my phone and make him look up I wanted to do a Tad song.
Nice.
So he goes, "Well, we have a song called The Duke that we like to play. So we'll just play that." And I'm like, "I don't know what that is, but I don't care. It's a short walk to the school."
Yeah.
So I go out and it's fucking The Duke by the Reigning Monarchs off our first.
Shut up.
So then I was like, "Oh, okay, they were fucking with me. The guy did some kind of research like that." Nope, never heard of me, doesn't know who I am, just found that song and has been using it for apparently 2 or 3 years.
What? Whoa, that's crazy.
Isn't that random?
That's insane.
Yeah, it's not even that good of a song if I'm being honest. It's one of the first surf songs I ever wrote, and it's really remedial.
You're your harshest critic.
Yeah, that's true.
And Amira is also your harshest critic.
No good. There's
speaking of 60 and movies, I watched Dial of Destiny last night.
What is Dial of Destiny?
Indiana Jones.
Oh, right.
I had no idea that Harrison Ford was 80.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was 80.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe he was like closing in on 70. I had no idea the man was 80 years old. So then I found that out today when I was like looking at reviews. And then I thought about all the things he does in the movie. I'm like, no way. There's no way. There's no way. He'd be done after the first guy punched him in the face. He'd be done. That's the end. And it's not like Indy is playing a younger Indy. If you do the math, we're in the late 60s in this movie. He's 80 in the movie.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't. No fucking way. There's a point in the movie where he's like driving a motorcycle and he has to jump to another motorcycle, and the motorcycle is pretty far away for a guy in his 30s. He's 80. He's 80. 80. He climbs up a rock mountain. And he's like complaining about, he's like, I don't even know why I'm doing this, because I'm just like, my shoulders are separating. And then you're just like, oh yeah, you're kind of old. No, he's 80. He shouldn't be able to have the strength to do that. It's insane. So then I was like, I don't know why this movie gets so much hate. It's pretty good. It's not pretty good. It's okay. It's okay. Mm-hmm. The last bit where they find the thing and then the thing is magical and it does a thing. That whole thing, you're like, okay, whatever. And you're like, that's not going to ruin my enjoyment. Then you find out that the guy is 80 and that the character is 80. And you're like, nah, none of it. I don't believe any of it now.
How was what's her name from Fleabag?
She's really annoying at the start. She's like, as soon as you see her, I'm all excited because I'm a big fan of Fleabag and her. But then they really make her character an asshole. And then she has a character arc. You like really dislike her until about the tail end of it. And then she's redeemed. I don't know. just like the more you think about it, you're like, this movie was so unnecessary. It was just all of it was just crazy unnecessary. And her character, her character is his goddaughter, and you kind of like it's shoehorned in at the like she was around the whole time, like since Indy was doing young indie things. So then you're supposed to believe she's been around this whole time. I don't know. She's good in it though. She's really...
Yeah, I like her. Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Yeah, I like Phoebe Waller-Bridge. She's great.
I had a day off in Miami, so I went and saw Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
The animated one.
Yeah, what'd you think?
It's the best movie I've seen this year.
Yeah, it's so good.
Visually stunning.
It's so far superior in terms of like being culturally relevant. Then, like, I really didn't like the Guardians.
Okay.
Wow.
And now, granted, I went with the girls, and they all hated it.
They hate everything.
They don't usually. They're the ones that wanted to go, and they loved 1 and 2, and they. And Mira said in the middle of it, she goes, "This was written by it had to have been written by a Chat GPT or whatever it is." And there were some scenes that were absolutely absurd, but I liked it visually. But I'll never watch it again. But the Spider-Man movie is better than most movies. Like it's so fucking good, and the animation's so inspired, and it's so like creative, and it's wise, and like it's just a great movie.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. I can't wait for Beyond, but they were like they have to push it back because the animation is so intense, so it's not going to come out for the third is not going to come out for a few more years.
That punk rock guy was just fucking unreal.
Hubie?
Yeah.
That was just fucking inspired.
I want to do a tattoo of. I made a flash of him. Sorry, hold on. I made a tattoo flash of Hubie, and I so badly wanted someone to come in and fucking get it.
Yeah.
They might. Somebody might.
I want to do it so bad. It's so cool. It was cool to draw. He's cool to draw.
Yeah.
He's just like he's like you take all of the basics of Spider-Man and then you add a lot of crazy cool shit to him.
Yeah. And just the visual style of that character in the movie was so unique.
Yeah,
and that he was in a separate movie kind of, but like I love they just the creativity, like that's what Marvel needs an infusion of, is just like some creativity. It's just, I mean, and Tim, I will say that James Gunn does visually attempt to do things like that, sort of, you know, like his production design, you know, but Amira and the girls were super bummed out by the people in the fat suits and the like Pizza Planet or whatever the fuck it was, like the whole.
That's so funny. That's hilarious. I would love to sit in a room and watch or I'd love to go watch a movie with everybody, then come out and talk about it and just see, like I bet I could tell right away as soon as we walked out that they didn't like something that I liked.
I could feel them all staring at me in that way. Like, this is what you brought us to.
It's the last Guardians movie. It's like out of all the Marvel shit that's out right now, it has the best possibility of being something you would enjoy out of all of them. Like it's not like you took them to Ant-Man. You took them to, you had a, I would say like a 70-30 chance that they were going to love it. Yeah. You had a pretty high chance, you know? So it's not really I mean, taking anybody to a movie is never your fault, but it's always funny when they're like, "When is this over?" You're like,
Oh my God, that
"I
was
didn't make
exactly,
it."
and that's why I won't go to Oppenheimer with them. First off, they're only interested because they love, uh, uh, you know,
Cillian Murphy.
no, they love his movie, the fucking with the top,
Oh, Inception.
Inception. They love Inception.
Oh,
They all hated uh, the last thing.
Tenant.
Yeah, they hated it.
I agree with them.
yeah, we're on the same page there.
And they didn't see Dunkirk, and I just don't think they have that much interest in the atomic bomb. Well, I'm fascinated. I'm really in and I think it's good. I hope it's good.
Yeah, Dunkirk was. I remember seeing the trailer for Dunkirk and being like, seems like it's going to be a pretty straightforward war movie told by Christopher Nolan. That's an interesting choice. And then you see it, and then you see him kind of dicking with time in the movie. And then while you're watching it, I'm like, this doesn't seem necessary. It seems unnecessarily convoluted for him to add, like, this is 3 days, this is 24 hours, this is 2 hours, and you're like, just make the movie, man.
He can't do that. He doesn't know how to do that.
He doesn't. He won't.
There's nothing linear about that guy at all.
Every one of his movies about time.
I want you to tell a story about a guy that goes to Ralph's and buys a chicken. That's the whole story. I want him to leave his house, go to Ralph's, buy a chicken, and come back. Can you do that? There's no way.
Yeah, the opening scene will be the chicken carcass on the floor of his car.
Right.
And the guy with a gun to his head. Why did I do that? It'll cut to black and white, him and his wife having a conversation about what they're going to have for dinner. Hello and welcome to Don't Take Bullshit from Fuckers. I'm Kane Holloway.
I'm Greg Barron. I couldn't be happier to be here. I've been missing. Oh, fuck Pat. I've been gone so long I forgot Pat was on the show.
Somehow that's still Pat's fault.
Yeah.
No, Greg, you've been gone for a few weeks. You've been on a boat with no service.
No service.
So
now I'm on a boat with service.
Yeah, we were concerned.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good now. I'm in St. Thomas. It's beautiful out.
Yeah. It's gorgeous.
Exciting things are happening in F1 today.
Tell me about it.
Daniel Ricciardo is going to be returning to the grid.
Not Daniel Ricciardo.
Yeah, Daniel Ricciardo.
Really?
He's like F1's darling, man.
I know.
Everyone loves Daniel.
If anybody knows about Daniel Ricciardo, it's me.
He's the best.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. That's exciting.
You know what else is exciting? The Bachelorette.
Yeah.
3 episodes deep.
I've been watching it.
And let me tell you something. It is more of the same.
It's a little bit better than it has been.
I think
it's a little bit more cohesive.
Yeah.
The dudes, like I listened to a podcast that went over all their profiles. They're almost all of them are MAGA. They're almost all MAGA and they're almost all Christian.
Dude, especially Braden. Braden's got to be full MAGA, right?
I don't know. That guy is insane.
Yeah. He's like the Joker, but way dumber. But he dresses like how the Joker would dress if he's never heard of the Joker. Like no makeup or anything, but he puts long, big old earrings on, and he's got his hair slicked back, and he sucks. He just sucks when he talks.
Yeah, he's a bummer.
Yeah.
He's a total bummer. She's a fine bachelorette, though.
Yeah, she's sweet.
He's from San Diego, buddy.
Oh, I know.
He's one of yours.
Let me tell you something about. Let me tell you a little. Here's some trivia about San Diego. Maybe you guys didn't know. Did you know that most of the population here are douchebags? I had no idea. I thought it was like a nice, sunny, beautiful beach town that I was living in. Did you know that almost anywhere you go, you're gonna run into shirtless cocks? I had no idea.
Yeah.
Everyone here is a piece of shit. Crazy.
I could have told you that, buddy. I knew it.
I was like, the food's good here. The sun is nice. There's a breeze. It's not like LA where you walk down the street and the ground is hot and it's hot rising up and it's hot going down and you're just stuck in this prism of pure heat and dirt and disgustingness. And then you go out to San Diego and there's just this nice breeze hitting you as you run on the beach with your dog and you're like, oh, what a nice place. And then you just see a gaggle of fucking frat douchebags just with their hats backwards like mine, but they got hair sticking out of it in every which way. And they're playing volleyball and they're just the worst. Oh, the worst. It is a land of Bradens.
It's where Top Gun is.
I know.
Miramar. Like it's
I know. I know.
It's yeah, no. Like I think the mayor or one of them was gonna run for president. He's some kind of MAGA Republican. Yeah,
I don't look,
it's
man.
not like it's not a groovy beach town.
It isn't. It's crazy. It's the people here. I made a pact with myself. I'm not going to let the people here ruin the majesty that is San Diego. It's just, I love living here in the land. I love living on the land of San Diego. It's the population I'm good on. I think I'm going to just not make friends anymore. I think I'm done. You know what? I'm 36. I don't need any more fucking friends. All the friends I have are right here on this fucking StreamYard chat. So it's fine. I'm done making friends.
Yeah.
Who needs them?
Yeah, I mean, it's the Florida of the West Coast.
It is. Yes, it's crazy. You're right. It is the Florida.
You're like California, Florida, Mexico.
It's insane. But it's not just the guys. Everyone here has a little bit of douche in them, and they're all kind of proud of it. They're all alcoholics. I don't think I've met one person who doesn't need to be in the program.
Yeah.
Everyone here has a problem, and everyone here is so enamored with being part of a beach life and being in the bar scene that they won't just be honest with the fact that they can't handle it. They can't handle it. The amount of people that come up to me, find out I'm sober, and then they don't know what to do with themselves. They're like a robot that had water poured on their back. They're like, I gotta go, and they fucking fuck off. And then you could just see him being like, I don't trust him. You don't know me. You don't trust me because I don't drink. You fucking psycho. Find help. Everyone here in San Diego, find some help. All right. And also, no one come around me. I have a protective bubble around me from here on out. All right. But now they're in Oceanside over there at the Bachelorette land, and he's the only villain, really. And they're doing cross promotion with the Barbie movie. And I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't think I'd be as excited for the Barbie movie as I am, but I'm pretty stoked for it. It looks like it's good.
I'm excited for it too. Oh, I absolutely am going to the Barbie movie.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a huge fan of both the leads. I'm love Margot Robbie, and I think I'm in love with Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, I love them both too.
Yeah, they're perfect picks.
Also lots of cameos.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh yeah. I can't. I think I'm pretty stuck. There's a lot of great movies coming out. Oppenheimer, and then Mission Impossible, but then Barbie's in there. It's like those three. Who would have thought those three were like the three I'm the most excited for? I would have no idea. Anyway, we have Pat. You have a BuzzFeed article that you wanted to bring to the show.
I do. I picked one called "People Are Revealing Things That Immediately Turn Them Off When Dating." It's a subject we've certainly touched on before, but there's some new ones in here that are just as disturbing as the ones from the other lists.
Wow.
We've got here, when a girl says, "My last boyfriend did this, my last boyfriend did that." Well, go back to your last boyfriend then.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No one kind of answered it for. We didn't need to say anything,
right? This one definitely touches on Gen Z's dating habits when they have to do a TikTok dance in the middle of a busy public area.
I mean, they don't have to.
Mm-mm.
They don't have to do that.
I feel like TikTok dancing is sort of done. Like, I feel like TikTok dancing was part of the first wave of recognizing what TikTok is.
Mm-hmm.
But now, although, I mean, I'm sure people are still dancing on there, but that's sort of like, if you're TikTok dancing, you're really kind of stuck in 2017.
Right. Yeah, don't try to bring TikTok dancing back. It's not coming back until we go to the next app that takes over the world.
Are either of you on Threads?
No, I don't. What's that? I don't know what that is.
Threads or Thread is Zuckerberg's new Twitter.
What? Oh no.
Yeah, it's his sort of response to Elon. I kind of applaud it because I detest Elon.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like Zuckerberg either. But I think Elon's worse.
I mean, I was never good at Twitter to begin with. That's why I didn't have a Twitter. I didn't like get off Twitter after Elon took it. I was long gone because I don't tweet.
Yeah.
So now another social media thing I'm bad at is available. Cool. Whatever. I hate them all. I just hate them all. Fucking enough.
For what it's worth, the show is on Threads. So
are we on Threads?
We are on Threads.
All right. Well, you're in charge of the Threads then. You thread. Is that what it's called? Thread.
Threads.
Rethread me. It's called Threads. Ugh, favorite my thread.
Let's see here.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We've got another one here. The princess attitude in general, but most specifically when it comes to finances. Don't get me wrong. I want to do and buy nice things for my girlfriend, but I hate when things like that, because they are expected of me. I want them to do them because I want to do them and make people I care about happy.
What is this list for again?
This list is things that turn people off when they're dating. So if somebody has a princess attitude, no go.
You could tell that right away. I started watching Love Island.
Yes.
Love Island, Australia. And one girl is like, if he doesn't have a boat, I'm out. And I'm like,
what?
If he doesn't have a boat? You know how many people don't have a boat? There are so many people out there that don't have a boat. Because you can't just have a boat. You have to have all the things to get the boat in the fucking water and get the boat out of the water. And then you need to have the storage space to store a boat. You can't just have a boat. That's an insane thing to be a turnoff.
But remember, they're in Australia.
Does everyone there have a boat?
Well, everybody lives at the coast.
Yeah.
Like, you don't live in the interior Like, it's not like the United States where we populate the whole thing. People live on the perimeter of Australia, and then less and less as it goes in, because the further in you go, the bigger the spiders get, and the scarier it is, and the more it catches on fire.
It's true. And they're serial killers.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
We got another one here. Not having an open mind when it comes to not so crucial things like art, food, etc. I don't ask anyone to like what I like, just have an open mind instead of dissing it outright. Life is too short to be bitchy.
Yeah. This is a good
Have an
list.
open mind. I think you should have an open mind. Yeah.
Have an open mind. Don't be a princess.
You know what's really good is it's on Max. It's called Swiping America, and it's 4 people that go on dates where they can pick a different person in 8 different cities in the United States, and at the end they get to take their favorite person to Hawaii, and it's
that's cool.
fascinating. They call it a rom doc. It's called a rom doc in 8, and it is really, really good. They got 4 really interesting people, and there's there's a gay man, a gay woman, and then 2 straight women.
All right.
Great. It's pretty great. It's really a nice casual burn. It's like it's not the hype drama of like most of the dating shows, like Temptation Island and all that shit.
Yeah.
It's good.
Nice.
All right, I'll check it out.
Let's see here. We've got this one, and I don't understand this one at all. Anyone who would think this is a red flag. People who think using an Android phone is a deal breaker.
I don't want a friend with an Android phone. Whoa.
The hell? My Siri went off. My Siri went off. Sorry about that. Siri, stop listening.
Android? I have many friends who have Androids. I hate their little green text messages.
I have to say, I don't have that many Android friends.
Yeah, I
have a few, but I don't have that many Android friends.
Yeah, I don't like them. I don't need them.
So it is a deal breaker.
It's a deal breaker. I don't talk to Jay that much anymore because he has an Android, and he's getting up there. He's getting Harrison Ford age, and I should probably tell him that I love him and how I feel about him, but I don't want to. He's got that Android, so yeah. I won't. You're purely on principle.
I think we'll close it out with this one. When they just trauma dump on you relatively quickly after meeting, I get it, and I want to be emotionally available, but sometimes it's too much too soon.
That's because of The Bachelor. Because in The Bachelor, on every first date, people trauma dump. That's how they get the person interested in them.
Mm-hmm.
By telling them what their big scar is and tell them what their big trauma is.
You know what I don't want to hear anymore, which I think is just maybe I'm being insensitive, but if I got to hear one more grown man talk about how he grew up in a house where his parents were divorced, that's your big, that's your hurdle, a thing that almost everyone in the world has dealt with. Well, I have a real big scar. When I was growing up, my parents, they split up when I was 2, and I don't really even remember them together. And they got along. They were great. They were there. No problems. Like my family had their shit together. My parents have money. That's why I'm on the show to begin with. But, it was tough. I had a stepdad. He also, helped me out. But just divorce in general really hurt me. Shut the fuck up about your divorce parents. If there's not more, if it's divorced and then something, okay, fine. But if you don't remember it even, I don't want to hear it. It's a non-factor. Fuck off. I hate it.
Yeah. I also, it's not a brag to say that you're not breaking down some barrier when you admit that you go to therapy.
I know.
Therapy doesn't make you a better person. I know plenty of assholes that go to therapy.
There are so many people that go to therapy and don't listen to their therapist. They're just in therapy, so they have someone they can trauma dump onto. Some people just use it as an emotional storage unit. They're not fucking listening. They don't care.
No.
Therapy, I hate everyone's sob story. I hate everyone's sob story. Shut the fuck up.
This is the theme song for What Does This Mean song. The theme song for What Does This Mean song. We'll read a self-help quote, and they're definitely not memes. Memes are something completely different than quotes. Quotes are supposed to help you through all the bullshit in your life. And memes are like that poster of that cat hanging from a tree. And it says, hang in there, baby, or Monday. Am I right? Mondays, am I right? So if you can think of a different title, then we'll probably change it.
What does this mean? This is our segment where we try to inspire you with, sayings, maybe from old philosophers, old Greek philosophers, to, maybe we took Jordan Peterson out of context. Who knows?
Oh no.
Maybe we had that guy all wrong. Obviously joking. But here we go. We have some inspirational quotes submitted by you guys, as well as I picked some of my own. Let me go and find these guys. There's so much shit on my phone I should just get rid of. You guys ever go to you go to pause your alarm, but then you accidentally take a screenshot of it? I got like 17 screenshots of my fucking alarm at different points during the day. Okay, I have one that says here, this one's from Mary McCarthy. You can't force sex to do the work of love or love to do the work of sex.
Pretty good.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I like that. It's accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good one.
I realized, and we've talked about this in older episodes, but I realized I'm not a to get over someone, you got to get under someone type of person. And I realized that through my attempts to mend my broken heart by, just like sleeping around and trying to live that fuckboy life. My anatomy he doesn't want to come out. He's like, you gotta be into you gotta really be into it. Like, not to be crass, but my dick just doesn't want to play when my heart is broken.
All right, that's fair.
He just doesn't.
My dick would fuck at the morgue.
Ow. I'm hard looking at this Jell-O cup.
Oh, God.
All right. I got another one here that says, if it's out of your hands, it deserves freedom from your mind, too.
I mean, all right.
Yeah. It's not as good as the sex one I had earlier. In fact, It's not as good as my dick would fuck at the morgue. Which I think that's pretty inspiring.
I'm going to get a t-shirt with that on it. I'm going to sell them here on the ship.
At the clean show?
The clean show. The family show.
You don't work carnival, do you?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I bypassed carnival. That's sort of like you got to do carnival first, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
I just never did it, and it's because it's terrible.
Yeah.
Like from a comic standpoint, it's like it's not a good gig. This is the gig. This is the line you want to work for.
Mm-hmm. Is this, you said Denonymous?
Yeah, Denonymous in the What Does This Mean section.
Not Sasa?
Oh, there's a one from Sasa?
Yeah. Or did we already do this one?
I think we did, yeah.
Okay. We have one from Denonymous. Denonymous makes his own. Denonymous always makes his own. This is a Denonymous. What does this mean? Never interrupt an enemy while they are making a mistake.
Like Braden?
Just like
on The Bachelor, he's making a mistake.
He can't stop making mistakes.
Can't stop making mistakes, and I don't want to stop him.
No. I don't want to stop him either. Over at DTBFF Podcast on Instagram, we got one from Jared. He said, my friend wanted this on a t-shirt. I'm excited already. Comfort is a silent killer. It can destroy the greatest minds.
I'm not putting that t-shirt on.
Also, Rebecca Evans sent something. This isn't a quote, but she says, is there an extra Patreon level where I can get the Potato Rogan shit clip show? She wants just a straight up clip show of us shitting on Joe Rogan.
I have enough clips to make one.
Did you see Jack White's post yesterday where he outed all those guys they were at a UFC fight, and they were all fucking shaking hands with Trump, and it was like Wahlberg, Mel Gibson, two other guys. Who else was it?
Theo Von was there.
Oh wow.
And Guy Fieri.
And he was it wasn't even well written. It was like, fuck these assholes. If you give Trump any of your time, you're a fucking asshole.
Guy Fieri.
I love Jack White, but you may not like Jack White, but I love Jack White. And I love him for getting that upset about it. And in the picture, Mel Gibson is saluting Trump.
Oh, God damn it. Ass. That's disgusting. Also, Guy Fieri looks like he makes nachos in Trump Tower. I can imagine him being a Trump guy. Fuck him. Angie sent one over on our Discord, DTBFF podcast. I'm starting at the beginning and listening to old episodes. Currently on number 38. Kane is on his Take on Me kick, and how does he not break out into Take on Meme for What Does This Meme? Oh my God. Missed opportunity. I'll tell you what.
Opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Take on me. Take on me. Take meme on. And I do remember. That's episode 38. Because my Take on Me. Oh God, my Take on Me phase. For those that don't remember, who don't go back and re-listen to the show, I was going through my divorce at the same time the pandemic was happening, and I was playing the video game Last of Us Part 2, which is a pretty depressing video game. It's a post-apocalyptic game where zombies have taken over the planet, and you're just trying to survive, and so many of your loved ones are killed in the process, and it's a character study in the worst way possible. And then at one point, the main character, Ellie, pulls out a guitar and plays an acoustic, beautiful love song version, a slow jam version of Take on Me. And I was like, what the fuck? Who plays Take on Me like this? Take on Me is a pop hit from the 80s. So then I looked it up, and I found the acoustic version that the band did of Take On Me for an MTV Unplugged, and they did a slow jam, beautiful version of it. Then I looked up the lyrics, and the lyrics made me cry, and I kept listening to Take On Me so much that I tried to learn to play it on the goddamn piano that I had. So I could play Take On Me and cry in my bedroom.
Oh, no.
What a fucking terrible memory. Thanks, Angie. That was hilarious. What do you have, Pat?
I have a couple here. This one I pulled before I even noticed. This is another person who is posting their own quotes. Warning, this is long.
Ooh, okay.
And it also starts in the middle of a sentence. And then one day I decided that hurry and stress were no longer going to be a part of my life. Stress is self-created. I decided to stop manufacturing it. We can choose an internal calm and joy even amid the chaos.
That's like a sermon.
Yeah. What was it about? Chaos?
I don't even know anymore. I lost the plot halfway through. And then I've got another one here. Stop using your energy to worry. Use your energy to believe, create, love, grow, glow, manifest, and heal.
Oh.
I wish these were auditions
Yeah.
so that I could fire some people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or make sure they don't move on from this point.
Yeah.
Like in their meme creation contest, we're like judges, and we're like, I'm sorry, but your journey stops here.
Yeah.
And then we go to commercial. Like, because I love competition game shows,
Yes.
especially cooking ones. But I love when someone is told they will no longer go on, or they don't get the rose, or whatever.
Yeah.
Or
Also,
you've been voted off the island.
yeah, because I think in this scenario too, if someone were to come to our meme contest, where they then pitch this one, the beginning of it is about not using your energy to worry, right? And then all this other shit you should funnel your energy into to create positive whatever. We would then shit on them and tell them they're bad and they can't move forward, and then they'd walk out, and then all of their energy would be worrying about how they fucked up. And they'd be worrying, and they'd be filled with anxiety because they suck at this, because they came to our game show just for us to tell them they suck. Now use your own meme to manifest something positive. You fuck. Get off my show.
Well, I feel like we need to thin the herd on the internet so that the good stuff gets through.
Yes.
You know, so that the sex quote from the beginning of the podcast, you know, can go viral.
Yeah.
But that last story or lecture or whatever it was you read, you know, or suggest ways to make that like get to the point.
Yeah.
You know, help them edit it and ask them what they're really trying to say, or why they're, because you know I don't want to I don't want people to not create. That's not very cool.
Yeah.
But I still think I should be able to judge it and then fire you.
Yeah, maybe that'll just be the fire you needed to create something great, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, that was bad, and you should feel bad about it. Whoever wrote that, quoting themselves. segment 3, while we were figuring out what Reddit remixes we were going to do, one of them sparked a conversation about Jonah Hill and his recent things. I don't really keep up on this stuff. I'm always informed by you guys. It's weird. I feel like the old man on the show because you guys are always like, you didn't hear about what happened to Left Eye? And I'm like, what happened to Left Eye?
Mighty is like a gossip fiend.
Is she?
She sends me stories out. She knows everything. Yeah, she knows all of the stories. She knows all of it.
You guys let me know about this, and then I looked it up. What to know about Jonah Hill's emotional abuse allegations from his ex-girlfriend. Actor Jonah Hill's ex-girlfriend Sarah Brady accused Hill of emotional abuse over the weekend and posted screenshots of their text messages to her Instagram story that prompted widespread internet discourse about boundaries and whether Hill misused therapy speak. And I got to tell you, man, that fucking documentary that he put out on Netflix about him and his therapist is so self-indulgent. I fell asleep. It was just so boring. Hey, Jonah, no one fucking cares. No one cares. I hated it. I knew what he was doing. It was gross. Whatever. Just take.
Yeah. I didn't see that. I didn't see it. Jonah Hill used to make me laugh.
Yeah.
Really hard.
Yes.
He is instinctively a funny guy.
Mm-hmm.
He knows how comedy works, and he's good at it.
Yeah.
But in recent years, I don't know what he's become.
Yeah, it's something he's like obviously dealing with a lot of shame and all of his shit and this sharing. There's this like, as much as I love Robert Downey Jr. and all this stuff, like he has he wants to keep that stuff, his growth, he had a checkered past and then he had some growth and now everyone loves him. He's Iron Man and whatever. You know what I mean? But like, there's just something about it's so, I don't know. It's just so self-involved. This I'm growing. Look at me grow. It's what we talked about at the top of the show where these guys are like, I'm in therapy. So Jonah Hill's also in therapy, right? He's in therapy and but he like, oh, I love my therapist. And since it's my therapist should be on a Netflix documentary that's shot in black and white. You're not Spielberg, you fuck. Let's see here. According to the text screenshots, Hill stated he would not be the right partner for Brady if she could not abide by these boundaries. Okay, great. Already, so far, these are great. Because that's not how you set a boundary. You don't set boundaries by going, you and I can't be a thing unless you adhere to these boundaries, which are then just ways to control a person.
Right. It's not a boundary as much as it becomes a rule.
Yes. The screenshots appear to show Brady telling Hill she deleted pictures from her Instagram that he did not approve of, which Hill said was a good start. Fuck you. Fuck you. But added she still did not seem to understand his boundaries. I hate him. This is a warning to all girls, Brady wrote on her Instagram story, urging others to make an exit plan if their partner behaves in this manner. Brady then reposted pictures she claimed she had previously taken down at the request of Hill, both of which show her in a swimsuit. Hill has not publicly commented on Brady's allegations, but plenty of TikTok and Twitter users have voiced their opinions, with some condemning Hill's use of therapy language to allegedly manipulate Brady, while others praised Hill's attempt to set boundaries for their relationship. Nope. Not good. Let's see here. Let's see here. Where are the screenshots? Let me find the screenshots.
Yeah, his list of demands is something we should go over. And that can take us out to the end of the show.
Okay, let me see here. Pure the show. All right, here are some of them. I can't click on them. What the fuck? Where are they?
Let me see if I can find them.
Yeah, maybe you can find them because I can't get them. Jonah Hill screenshots.
Where's that list? Got it.
Okay, cool.
Let me send this to you real quick.
Yeah.
Come on. Let's go. And incoming.
All right.
Kane, your notifications are still on.
No, that was actually the messages on my computer.
Oh, really? Oh,
I just turned it on recently.
gotcha.
Okay, so here's the screenshots. Jonah to Sarah. Plain and simple, if you need. Surfing with men. Boundaryless, inappropriate friendships with men. To model. These are all things she can't do.
Mm-hmm.
To post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit. To post sexual pictures. Friendships with women who are in unstable places and from your wild recent past beyond getting a lunch or coffee or something respectful, which is probably something he liked about her initially. When they started dating, there was something intriguing about her past and how wild she is and her wild friends and this cool. She's a surfer and she's got a surfer's body and look how sexy she is. Now she's mine.
100%.
Strip it all away. I am not the right partner for you. If these things bring you to a place of happiness, I support it, and there will be no hard feelings. These are my boundaries for a romantic partnership. My boundaries with you based on the ways these actions have hurt or trust. This is just absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's everything he likes about her.
Mm-hmm.
So he hates it.
Yeah.
Boundaryless relationships with men. I mean, what does that even mean? You know, if she was fucking other men, I could see, hey, don't fuck other men. That might be an okay boundary or request.
Yeah.
But she's a fucking pro surfer. Does he not understand how they make money? They make money by being great surfers. They also make money by being really cute. Like that sells bathing suits and lotion and surf wax and all the rest of that. And they're, they're ambassadors of their sport. What a fucking so she's not supposed to do what they all do? It's crazy.
Yeah. Let's see. Another text exchange read, respect however you want to live your life. You only get one. Sort of done explaining myself. She replied, 3 removed, not the video yet. It is my best surfing video. Would you feel better if the cover frame was different? Any more specific ones that bother you? Oh God, and he responded, yes, one that isn't your ass in a thong.
Oh my God.
Another detailed how he would, and modeling, which is the last professional, and I would be with as a partner. Oh, and modeling, which is the last professional I would be with as a partner. But LOL, must be hard feeling so trapped. She replied, well, maybe you should have asked me more about what I do for work before you decided to date me then. A little late now. And he responded, keep taking me for granted. Sarcastically, go model. It's fulfilling life. You'll love it. Real depth and substance and sustainability for relationships.
No way. Is he condemning modeling?
He's not condemning modeling.
What a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to get his picture taken more than that guy. His tattoos and his blonde hair and his
hair. Yeah, dude. And his
culturally appropriated look.
Yeah. Dude, this is textbook bullshit. And then it is, I don't know I'm not a, doctor, obviously, so I don't know what terminology to use for this type of mental capability, but this guy is hearing concepts about what it's like to have a better relationship with someone that are things that he can control, right? About like all these concepts about boundaries and what you're good with and what you wouldn't tolerate and blah, 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 blah. They're all in theory good to know about yourself. These things make me uncomfortable. These things don't. And so with that moving forward, you kind of have to grow and change along with the person that you've decided to be in a relationship with. You have to accept things. Her modeling makes you uncomfortable because people are looking at her body. Well, then you have to go inward and find trust somewhere. You don't like her posting pictures of her body or her with other men. Again, go inward and try to find some trust in this person somewhere. Find it deep down in the depths of your black soul. But he obviously heard all those concepts and then went, these are my boundaries, which is in theory a cage. Mm-hmm. I've enclosed you in like a sheep. And you have to then adhere to these, otherwise you're a bad person.
But he's so afraid. Like, I don't want this to sound misogynistic, but I'm proud of how pretty my wife is. Uh-huh. I like that she looks sexy. I don't care what kind of picture she posted of herself. I wouldn't. Right. None of that's threatening to me.
No.
And I'm only proud of her and the person she wants to be and the things that she wants to do. I only accept those things. I don't want to put any boundaries. And also, those aren't my boundaries. Like you're giving her boundaries. Those aren't your boundaries. Those are boundaries for her.
Oh my fucking!
You simply say, I have a boundary. I don't like you. And so we're done.
Yeah. Yeah. And this whole thing of her sharing people just like completely misconstrue the fact that there are people praising him for using therapy talk. It's like you're hearing this and going, oh yeah, I could be manipulated by him. Like that's cool. That's a good thing that he did that. I'll do that. Let me figure out how to do that. You should never glean something positive from the thing we just read. There should never be a silver lining about Jonah Hill's attempts to control the woman he's with. And if that's the case, you shouldn't be dating anybody. You shouldn't be with people. You shouldn't be allowed to be around people.
No, exactly.
As we've stated many times on this show before, people will jerk off to anything. She could be wearing all black and a ski mask, and people are like, "Oh, her eyelashes." Ah.
Yeah.
So it's a never-ending cycle of. I'm glad she got out, because what a fucking piece of shit he really truly is. And again, that documentary, I just remember seeing it going, man, fuck off.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I hate it. Anyway, what do you guys think? Did you guys hear about the Jonah Hill thing? Do you guys agree, disagree? Let us know. Do you have fuckers in your life you need help with? Are you taking bullshit? You can email us at dtbffpodcast@gmail.com. Join the Discord, DTBFF Podcast. Follow us on Instagram, DTBFF Podcast. You can also follow me at Kane Holloway.
It's Gregor's.
I'm at DTBFF Producer Pat.
Support the show. Go to Patreon, patreon.com/DTBFF Podcast. See bonus episodes and video versions of the show. And you can also call into the show. What's that number, Pat?
Oh, that number is 323-379-9797. 5544.
Don't take bullshit from fuckers.
Welcome.
Hey there, if you like the show, you can find bonus episodes and more at our Patreon at patreon.com/DTBFF podcast. And then rate the show 5 stars on iTunes because it's the right thing to do. All music by the Rating Monarchs, produced by Patrick Kelly.
More of the same. He just sucks. A land of Bradens. I'm done making friends. Everyone has a little douche in them. Emotional storage unit. My dick would fuck at the morgue. I wish these were auditions so I could fire some people. And hey, Jonah, no one cares.